First off, let's start with that mission boundary. So the mission is the largest geographical mission in the world. So we have the entire eastern third of Russia. So that's about the size of the U.S., continental U.S. At least when I was there, I'm not quite sure. There is 7 cities. I think there's 9 now total. But there's 7 major cities in our mission, and there's about 60 missionaries. So that's like, that's like they is saying, like, in comparison, that's like having people in Boston, LA, Portland, Houston, Miami, and a couple other like places, and that's all you have for the entire like U.S. for missionary work. So it's a really big mission. To get a transfer from the mission headquarters, which is at the very bottom corner, to the very top corner of the mission, is a 6-hour plane ride followed by an 8-hour train ride. So it's big. You will travel a lot if you get transferred there, and if you get transferred a lot. Church-wise, the church is really small. Russia as a whole only has 2 stakes, and they were just those 2 stakes were just formed. One in Moscow and one in St. Petersburg early last year. So the church has an active member population of about 400 people for the entire mission, spread out between 9 cities. The largest branch will have about, on a good week, we'll have about 85 to 100 people. Those are the 2 largest. Your smaller branches will have maybe 10 or 15, and that's including missionaries there. So that can be really small. The history of the church in there, so it started off, so that mission was the last mission of the Russian missions to be opened. That was open in 1998, I believe, 1998 or 1999. And it originally was just kind of like an eastern, just the very eastern part. We didn't go into eastern Siberia at all. We just had hugging the coastline. And the church has always been small there. We have a lot of members who are on the records that are either not there anymore, are completely inactive. A lot of the young people who got baptized early on moved to Moscow or to America, and so we lost a lot of our initial base. But the people there that are there, like the stalwarts, are super good. They are amazing people, very spiritual people. Russians are very spiritual, almost to a fault sometimes, depending on, like what they get their minds wrapped around. But if you get a Russian completely converted, then they stay converted for life. So that's really good. And we took 2 cities from the Novosibirsk mission, which was the one next over, and so that really helped with our mission. But yeah, overall, in terms of cities, you will have about, at least when I was there, so every city will have at least 1 pair of sisters, and then there will at least be 2 companionships of elders. The bigger cities will have 3 or 4, but depending on what the numbers are, it could be, anywhere between 2 companionships of elders to a much bigger number, like 5 or 6.